Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 28th of September. Now if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please comment down below. I will get back to you in a day or two. Often we live on different sides of the world, so it can take me a little bit of time to get back to your comments. That's if YouTube actually gives them to me. Sometimes they have been known to take them away and bring them back at a later date. Cheers, everybody. I've got my morning coffee. First, a little bit of admin, guys. You know, we know that Dictator Dan has actually resigned, which has made a lot of Victorians very excited. They've shown pictures of them all on the steps celebrating, having their champagne. They've got their Good Riddance Dan flags, and everyone's, people are out in the streets cheering. It's brilliant. I love it. It's so good to see. No doubt there'll be a Carl Vernon video on Clown Planet or something about this, so you'll get to see it eventually. But it's great. Music to Victorians is, however, I did tell you yesterday there was a few people in the running. Jacinta Allen was the woman under him, and they did, I don't know why they were teasing us, and they were putting that, well, not teasing, putting fear in people. They wrote Jacinda Ardern underneath, might throw her hat in the ring. I think that was just to scare the Victorians and Australians. Anyway, thank God she didn't get the job anyway, and she obviously didn't put her application in. Let's hope not anyway, but it was written there, so it was a bit freaky. So this Jacinta Allen's got the position. Apparently it's all signed off, but she's actually the one behind the big road infrastructure costs blowing out, and she's responsible for half the debt of Victoria herself, and she's the one that apparently cancelled the games. And so she's actually been doing a lot in the background that a lot of us sort of aren't aware of. So I think we've got another little bit of a Dan Andrews coming through the ranks, but I guess time will tell. Hopefully not. Hey guys, I bought this magazine yesterday. I went into my newsagent here and I forgot to show you that picture of Deborah Lee Furness. Remember I was talking about how I thought she'd had, I'll cover the name because we don't want to get in trouble. Hugh Jackman, like they're separating now, and I was saying to you how it looked like she'd had a lot of plastic surgery. See how her jaw looks really weird? She used to have a really full face. It's really sad. It's just sad, isn't it? When older women just feel like they have to get all this surgery. I mean, we understand it when you're in the limelight and you want to keep young for your hubbies. And I mean, look at all of us here with our aches and pains and everything. We totally understand it. I can't imagine going through all that facial surgery. But I do kind of think it's a bit sad. She's definitely had a lot of work done because she is not young. She would have to be in her 60s, easy. It's just sad. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that because you'll see it anyway. They're on every magazine at the moment. Because Hugh Jackman's so famous, isn't he? The other thing was in the same newsagent, they have this stand with all squishy toys. And look what there was. A pineapple squish toy. I had to buy it. Look at it. It's got like beads in it. Isn't it beautiful? My daughter and my son loves these things because he grew up with, he's got autism, so he loved all sensory toys. And my daughter does too. I think most kids do in general. So I bought it because I thought, well, that might relieve a bit of the stress in my body, guys. So I got my squish pineapple, and it's real gooey and sticky, like, but it kind of feels good. Look, listen. So I just had to share that with you today. So I'm squeezing my stress ball to try and relieve some of the stress from all this nonsense and garbage that we're all currently going through. I think that's about all I've got for you in admin today. All right, let's get into the reading, guys. Without further ado, I'll just have a little sip of coffee. I was walking down the street. That's the other thing I was going to say. And there was a big pile of people handing out yes pamphlets for the yes no campaign. I just said, oh, no thank you, no thank you. So we're getting bombarded now in Oz with, and every ad on TV, and this is even whether it's a yes no ad, because it's about voting, it's saying have your say, go and vote, but they always bring the yes up. They show you the yes. It's all subliminal. See, it's very clever the way they do their advertising for these things. And then at the end, they show the person writing yes. And then in the tiny little thing at the end, they write, or no. Or no. The no's like written really small. It's just ridiculous. So obvious to all of us, all the BS that's going on, isn't it? Oh, the subliminal messages being put into everybody's brains. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, let's get started with this reading, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm just getting that this is for you guys watching my channel. We really have to take care of ourselves now. This is a very, very crucial, important part of the awakening process, of the shift, of the changes that are coming. They're enormous. People are waking up en masse now. It's like someone's open, like it's showing me like the floodgates, like what once was a dripping sort of dike or dripping tap, or hasn't now become like, you know, if you think of someone putting their finger in a dike in Charlie, or in Holland or something, and then they take their finger out and the cracks start to form, and then, sorry, my cat's a blind cat. She's looking for me. Charlie, puss, 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 puss. It's like that, and then it all just collapses and the floods come through. Well, that's what's happening with the shift. It's huge. There's a lot going on. So we really, 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 really have to take care of ourselves now. It's really crucial for not only our physical health, which a lot of us are struggling with, but this is about your mental health. Getting yourself right and making sure you're staying on track. Very important, guys. I've been talking to you guys about, I've been doing a bit of Paul McKenna, those hypnosis videos on YouTube. They're really good. I recommend them. I mean, do anything, guys. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Reading books, tapping away on YouTube, learning from other people. It's great. It's called growing, and it's also a way of sort of honing in our skills, because the better we are at sort of protecting ourselves, the stronger we're going to stay, the stronger we're going to be. So it's very important. We're getting really that driven home. That's why we got the hibernating bear in the cave. Stay in your cave and stay safe, which for most of us is our homes, is our safe place and our haven. Stay away from a lot of what's going on. We've been talking about the that beast energy that's going to come up in a lot of people around road rage. We're going to see more of it. And the crime is obviously through the roof and will continue to get worse because people just aren't having the monetary funds anymore. So what do? They just go out and steal. It's just nuts, isn't it? It is nuts. All right, let's keep going. The other day, I'm sure it was sushi, we got the spotlight was being put on sushi. And now I keep talking about UK. You got a lot of protests and that around monetary, because people are seeing the imbalance of the monetary status of society kind of thing, how there's the wealthy and elites, and then there's us all being squished down to pretty much poor people, peasants and Lego people, I call us. And they're two extremes, not much in between anymore. It's disappearing very quickly. But I feel like the spotlight's going on a lot of these leaders at the moment. I feel like spotlight's going on a lot of leaders. It's showing me elbow, it's showing me hippo, it's showing me definitely, oh God, Trudeau. Trudeau has worn people out in Canada. He's just, anyway, I don't even have to tell you guys what he is, because we all know here on this channel. So I'm getting Trudeau, I'm getting Macron. It's all the above. All the above, and more. I think we could almost include Modi in India in that pile of names. So the spotlight's going on them now. So it's almost like, you imagine, this is what I'm getting. Sorry, I went down the wrong tube. Plus sometimes I get an image and it makes me laugh. They show me this image of this like rabbit sort of skulking along through the grass, and then the spotlight, you know, when the spotlight goes on, like if someone's like hunting or something and they have to freeze and they're like this because they have to stay really, really still. That's what I'm getting for these global elites. It's like the spotlight's going on them, So they're having to like stop what they're doing. That's what I'm getting. That's the image I'm getting. They're like these, I suppose we could also say, we could use the word foxes who skulk around in the night. We could probably use that term as well, like a fox who, they're scurrying through and then the spotlight goes on them and everything stops. Well, that's what's happened to these global leaders at the moment, because there's too many people waking up, too many people questioning things, too many people seeing things, and all eyes are on them. All eyes are on them. So they're having to like, it's giving me that song. Do you remember this song? Freeze frame, freeze frame, freeze frame, and now freeze. Oh, that's such an old song. But it's like that, a freeze frame. They're having to stop what they're doing. We know Hippo is in freeze frame at the moment in New Zealand because he's got the vote coming up and he doesn't want anyone to see what he's about to roll out and come at with the people. I'm definitely getting that for Hippo. Sushi is, because he's got protests going on, so he's going to have to freeze. Trudeau's got a bit of fallout from the NAZI clapping event. So this is what's happening. And obviously Elbow, he's just waiting with bated breath to see what's going to happen with his yes-no vote. Fingers it's not already a done-dusted deal and already ready to sign off. So I'm getting this freeze frame song around a lot of the leaders. Things are at a bit of a standstill at the moment, which is a good thing. It's like I said the other day, they're getting hurdles put in front of them. Don't think for 1 minute that these rollout agendas and all the things they're bringing out are just going to perfection, and it's just, I'm getting that Willy Wonka song that, come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. That's what I'm getting. That's what the global elites are wanting to do. But it's not going that way. It's not the Willy Wonka chocolate factory reset agenda that they're trying to make out it is. So people are a bit hesitant to enter the old chocolate factory because there's too many kind of unknowns in there. But they're trying to entice people and make it very inviting. So that's what the image I'm getting at the moment. Everything's at a little bit of a standstill. It's like we're all at the gates of the Willy Wonka factory. But it's not everyone's excited. Everyone's unsure. It's like, huh? What? Where are we going? Where are we heading? What's happening? Like, that's how it feels to people. So it's not really excitement, it's more anxiety is rising in a lot of people. And see, it's like I keep saying to you guys, this is going to go financially blah blah till 2025. So we're still at the end of 2023, so we've got another whole year of this crap that people are being fed as to why the economy is going down the toilet and everything like that. And of course we're still blaming Putin. Poor old Putin, he cops a lot. We never really see Putin. We only ever see him on like Zoom calls and like, little TV monitors, don't we? So Putin obviously is in a safe house for his safety. So I do feel, that Putin's going to still cop a lot of the blame when it comes to all of this. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Whenever they question one of these leaders or something, they always go back to Putin. The world's in financial collapse because of Russia. Actually, I reckon that's happened since the beginning of time anyway. They always blame Russia. I even remember as a kid hearing about, it's always Russia. It was Russia's fault. Like, it's not a new thing, isn't it? He said it's not a new thing. Oh, it's pretty funny. What sort of a world are we living in anyway? So that's where we're at the moment. They're all in a bit of a freeze frame, but they're also trying to entice people into the wonderful chocolate factory of global elites. But the global elites have taken over, see? They've taken over the chocolate factory. Oh, it's so bad. It's not very enticing to us, is it, guys? It's not looking very sweet in that agenda. It's not very appealing. Not for us who are awake on this channel anyway. All right, let's see where else we go. Getting Brazil. I get Brazil on and off quite a bit here. I'm getting fight back stand-ups, Rio de Janeiro. They're showing me that big statue. Again, that big white statue. Yeah, I'm just getting fight backs. See, people, and I've had this before, people in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, they love happiness vibe. They love dancing. I think we can all think of it as that. I'm getting that like caramba. Is that the sort of thing, that kind of music, caramba music with the feather headdresses and the colours and the wiggling of the hips and everybody dancing and having joy on the streets? They want that. That's what people want in Brazil. And I feel like, you know, they have moments of it and pockets of it, but they want their free and easy lifestyle back. So I do feel they might still get protests in Brazil. But they always sort of get the protests when they push something hard. They get good fight back in Brazil. People are quite aware in Brazil, I do feel. They're quite visually aware, but also in touch with their senses. They're quite intuitive people, I'm getting in Brazil. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. And that might be also to do with their spirituality and the way that they're brought up. It could be part of their culture. I don't know much about the religion and that in Brazil, but I am... Charlie! Oh, she gets distressed. Puss, 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 puss. Oh, it makes me sad hearing her squawk. Sometimes it's such a terrible meow, isn't it? Sorry, guys. If it's not the dogs, it's the cat. I try and do a video inside sometimes so you don't have to listen to the dogs barking and then we have to listen to Charlie squawking. Oh, it's hard getting old. All right. I think it was you, Louise, actually describing yesterday how it feels like Australia's been turned on its head. I'm not Australia, God, the world, sorry, I just had Australia in my mind. The world's been like turned upside down and shaken. It does feel like that, doesn't it? That's what it feels like. It feels like, it does. It feels like the world's been turned upside down and shaken and the little Lego people and peasants have all just fallen out on the ground and they're having to like wake up and stand up. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? I thought that was a good description, Louise, about that. It's just strange times. Well, I am getting Australia. Let's hang on. God, this is weird. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting like, this is about Elbow. He's like got the finish. He's like getting to the end of the finishing race, but it's not the agenda's all over and everything's done. I always say that because it goes on and on. But he's getting close to the finish line of something. And I'd say it's the yes vote. I'd say that's very high. Oh, God. On his priority list. When he ticks that, I feel like he goes right up that ladder of success. You know how we talk about these global elites always climbing that ladder of success because they're very competitive with each other, not to forget. I feel like that's what's happening with Elbow. If he gets this ticked off, wow, he's right up there. He's one of the major players then in all of this. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I did hear a rumour, something about, my son said something to me about Dan Andrews might be taking up a certain role in the WEF over there in Davos. I did hear that. Could be just a rumour, but I don't even doubt that it's going to be true. So I do feel like Elbow, if he ticks that off, he's home and hosed. He's set. He's set for life, actually, it's saying. He must get a big, massive payment from that. I don't know. Something weird going on there. Oh, guys, we've also got the Qantas inquiry still going on here. Just more lies and cover-ups and corruption. The airlines here. Yes, that seems to be turning into an absolute circus show. Just more circus show, more good distraction, like all of you guys say here too. Distraction. It just does not end. It doesn't end. Oh, my God. Anyway, how about we pull... Oh, hang on. Let me see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards. Hang on, guys. God, I'm getting Trudeau in Canada, and I'm getting like he puts fuel to the fire. It's like he puts himself on fire. It's weird, isn't it? He does stupid things. We know he does. But he doesn't care. I've told you, he's not a very empathizing person. He adds fuel to the fire. He thinks it's funny. See, he thinks it's funny when something happens and people rise up. He kind of gets a buzz and a kick out of it, but I think we all know that. So he actually adds fuel to the fire. He loves stirring up the pot. He can't help himself. He loves to get a rise out of the little people. He thinks it's funny. He's such a cruel man, isn't he? He is such a cruel dictator. He really is. And he's still living up to his reputation. Nothing's changed. What a monster. So he does fuel his own fires. Oh, go figure. That's so weird, isn't it? It's showing me him with like terps or metho or something, pouring it on a fire, and it goes, instead of just having like a little campfire, he has this bonfire. But he likes it. He doesn't mind it. He likes things to kind of blow up. It's weird, isn't it? Because, like I said to you the other day, it's attention. Good, bad, or indifferent. He doesn't care what sort of attention it is. It's good, bad, or indifferent. Crazy. All right, how about we pull some cards, guys? Let's pull some Oracle of the Hidden World. Let's see what we get today. Oh, I've got a very sore neck today. My hubby had to rub my neck again. It was all spasming. I know some of you get spasms in different things. It's just awful, isn't it? It's been a very challenging time, guys. The gift. Oh, I forgot the glasses. Sorry, guys. You know what I'm like. Present, honouring, offering. The gift. I often talk about us having a gift of intuition, sensing, knowing. We see things before they happen, and it is an actual gift. We have to keep looking at it as a gift. Sometimes I know it's easy to look at it and go, oh, this is a burden. But it really isn't, because it means that we can pick up on things and then like exit before things kind of explode. Mountain lights, light beings, portals, subtle energies. We definitely get a lot of mountain energy, don't we, guys, here? That high vantage point. We get the Josh Groban song, You Raise Me Up, so I can stand on mountains. Our guides always tell us. And we've got that purity of the snow, which means we put our footprints first in the snow. We do our own thing, mountain lights. And I also get from that we are still the bright lights. I often say we're like the white light. We are. We're not like this warm, subtle light. We're like a very bright light that people can't, like I said, cope with a lot. It's just the way we are. Oh, and of course I've got to get that song. Is it Billy Joel? He sings it. I love you just the way you are. The guides are singing that to us. Well, aren't they ridiculous? They just take the mickey out of us, I think, sometimes, don't you? I think so. Dawn watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. Oh, see, we're always being looked over. Look at that. No chemtrails in that picture. Just guidance. And see, if I look at that card, I think of our higher self and our higher mind. We're being guided from our higher mind and our higher self. That's how I see that card. All right, let's pull a soul expression. Hey, guys, I forgot to tell you, it's my weekend away this weekend. I'm heading to that Japanese garden. I've been wanting to go there for ages, so we're going to have a few days away, guys. Probably 3 days away. We leave tomorrow. So I'll shoot some videos from over there too. Hopefully I'll get one from the Japanese garden. How exciting. I'm very excited. The weather's supposed to be nice and sunny too. It's like 23 or 4 here today. So it's nice to just get some shirts on. And diamond energy. Meditate with this card to feel the loving support of diamond energy. So maybe that means we've got to get some more diamonds, girls. But yeah, I just think it's about an energy. Just stay in your power, stay in your strength. Look at things with clarity. When I think of diamonds, I think of the crystal glasses. Just keep looking with clarity and clear energy. Keep your energy cleared, guys. Oh, we're getting a lot around energy today. Crystal energy. Meditate with this card to feel the loving support of crystal energy. I know some of you are very big into crystals. Crystal energy. See, it's all about healing ourselves. This is about energy, getting our energy vibe. Oh, one just jumped out and I caught it with my legs. Let's see what it is. Anger. I respect myself for allowing my anger to rise. I honor myself by releasing it safely. And see, I reckon that card would be right. I know we're not really people who stay in a lot of anger, but when I think of anxiety, right, a lot of us have been suffering a little bit of anxiety lately, haven't we? I've admitted that myself. When things happen, you realize you're still here 4 years on. We're still going through this garbage BS and division and all this separation of people and all this nonsense. And of course, then we get the wave of the next variant and the immortal CV virus event. And I was always taught, my son, having had autism, he always was in a very high vibrational frequency of anxiety. So I always had to work at getting him down. Anyone who's worked with this knows this can happen to a lot of people too. So I always had the sensory toys, you know, we always had to give him visuals of where we were going, what was happening next, just to keep his anxiety down. Because if you didn't keep the anxiety down, it would cross over into anger. So there's a very fine line between anxiety and anger. And I've always kind of known that. So that's what I'm getting from that card. We have to manage our anxiety because it can end up building up and become anger. We can become snappy. We can become fearful. So when you get that anxiety, that's the time to kind of really work on it. When you get, I was saying I had that tight chest the other day, for example. I know you guys have been suffering it a little bit too. Just work on your breath. Work on bringing yourself down. Do that stillness again, calming the mind, finding that stillness. If you've got Liliana's book, my girlfriend's book, Finding Stillness on Amazon, if anyone's got that, I know a lot of you have bought it. Pick that up and do something. Do one thing out of that book. Go listen to Eckhart Tolle. I've been doing those hypnosis videos. That's been helping my anxiety because Paul McKenna, he's in the UK, I think he's brilliant. He's on YouTube. I just do a 20-minute one. And he puts messages into your mind that you're feeling calm, you're feeling confident. And that's been helping me. My chest has been heaps better. These are just examples. Do whatever you do. You might go for that bushwalk or go camping like you do, Chris. We all do different things. We're all different. But we know what calms us down. But you've got to get it early because if it keeps rising up, it can often switch into anger. I really believe that. That's what happens to us sometimes, isn't it, guys? But yeah, and it's not a nice feeling. As people who have probably gone through a lot of anxiety over our lifetime, not just the last 4 years, I would say the last 4 years has really peaked it all for us, sensitive souls. But I do feel that now we're much, much better at handling our anxiety. We've got much better tools. I feel like our toolbox, you look at it's sort of showing me, the guys are showing me a toolkit. Like you open up your toolbox and you've got a better kit now. We know the things we have to do. We have to go dig in the dirt. We have to go get out, and walk barefoot on the grass. These are simple things. We have to go and make ourselves a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea and make it a little ritual. We know how to slow our life down. These are all the things that we've been learning, guys. So work on your anxiety. That's what the message is today, through all your healing energies like your crystal, your diamond. It's about energy. Even resting, having that nana nap as well, which we talk about a lot here on this channel, Louise and I particularly. A nana nap can help you just to recoup a little bit of energy. Because if you keep pushing and pushing, your body just gets sort of a bit lifeless. So let it just rejuvenate itself. That's why we sleep at night. So your body has time to chill out. And you will supposedly wake up refreshed, but it doesn't always happen in all of our cases, does it? With our knees and our legs and our backs and our aches and pains. But we're getting there. We'll stay positive, won't we, guys? All right, let me see if there's anything else to close with today. They're showing me this image of all of us, and we're the bears in the cave hibernating, and we have to shut the curtains of the cave. The guides are saying, shut the curtains of the cave. And they're showing me they're like grey curtains, so it's like camouflage. So from the outside, people can't see it's a cave. It's just these grey curtains. So we have to camouflage ourselves now and just go about our business, doing our daily things, but camouflaging ourselves and just blending in. That's what I'm getting. Shut the curtains so people kind of can't find and get to us. It's a good thing, because we have to protect ourselves. It's really crucial at the moment, guys. I don't know what's happening out there, but, well, you know, we do know, like here, I can hardly talk about the jab wheel anymore. So these are ways of protecting ourselves. So for a little bit, I'm sort of I'm drawing the curtain a little bit on talking too much about the pickies, because otherwise we're going to lose our channel, guys. And it's important to me, it's hopefully important to you guys, that we all communicate here and share our experiences. I mean, we use a lot of codes and we can get around it a little bit, but we all know that all this censorship has really stepped up a notch. Oh, probably not a notch, probably another 100 notches. All right, so I'm getting that. Pull your curtains. Pull the curtains on the cave, you hibernating bears out there. God, they're giving me that Midnight Oil song. I love this song. I've always loved Midnight Oil. You know, Peter Garrett, the dancers like this, the big tall guy with the bald head. I'm getting US Forces Give a Nod. US Forces Give a Nod. Dun, dun, dun. Such a great song. Go check it out, guys. I feel there's changes maybe with Biden. We know there is. I've been saying that for ages. They know they have to shift him on now. He keeps falling up the stairs too much, too many gaffes. We know it's time. You just can't continue down that merry road of trying to hide it. So I still feel that someone's going to come into as his replacement. I'm getting that. So I'm going to leave you with that today. US Forces Give a Nod. It's a setback for your country. And they're giving me another... they're giving me another song. Hang on a minute. Oh, no. We'll just leave it at that song. They're giving me a whole heap of Midnight Oil songs and nearly frying my brain. Oh, stop. Oh, they're giving me all these songs. Or maybe just go and listen to a heap of Midnight Oil songs, guys, because they really are political. They were ahead of their time. They were around in the 80s. But I'm getting Armistice Day. I'm getting Beds Are Burning. Oh, they've got so many hits. Go and listen to... What I want you to do today, guys, is go and listen to Midnight Oil's Top 10 album or something like that. 10 to 1, something like that. I think it's called 10 to 1, actually, their best album. And you'll realise the amount of political songs that are on there. It's quite eye-opening, actually. A lot around the kind of Indigenous, Australian, Aboriginal things. I heard a song the other day. I'm trying to think what it was called, by Midnight Oil. And it actually had about giving the Aboriginals their land back. I thought, God, that'd be a more appropriate song than The Voice. So go and have a listen to some Midnight Oil songs. I think you'll be really surprised at some of the messages, considering these were sort of written in the 80s. But the main song is US Forces Give a Nod. I love that song. It was around when I was in year 12. I thought I was so cool. We used to play all the music. You know, when you go through all that, you think you're cool. But I do. It's got good vibes and feelings for me, that song. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Hope you're manifesting all your little objects. And I'll do some videos while I'm away, guys, so look out for those as well. Hopefully I'll get one at the Japanese garden. All right, take care. Look, have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will come on and talk to you tomorrow. Like buttons, please subscribe, and feel free to comment down below, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.